data to raise standards. That's really good, that, isn't it? We're not going to do that then. Talk to the person next to you. Now you can relieve, hey? Oh, thank you, it's not data. Talk to the person next to you. 3 reasons why you went into teaching. Go. 3 reasons. I'm not going to pick on any one of you, so you can't hide. 3 reasons. Hands up all those people who said, I'm going to go into teaching to make a fortune, to rule the world. Okay, why are you in teaching? Young man, why do you went into teaching? No, a smile on his face, right. I don't mind if it's a real word, do not.
Holidays first.
That's good. You know what? That's why I went to teaching. Okay? I looked and I thought, right, where the heck do I get 6 weeks in the summer so I can go and do my sport? We're going to have 2 weeks off at Christmas so I can go skiing, and Easter just to relax.
Yeah, and then
Easy life, isn't it, teaching?
After that, because I enjoy doing it, I actually enjoy the act of teaching. Why I wanted to do my career. I like not telling people what to do, but educating, I suppose.
Yeah, that's good, okay. Young lady in red, I know you're here really, really early, weren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, let's leave it, yeah. 4:30 she arrived. Did not want to miss it. Okay, why have you gone into teaching? Obviously to get up early, but...
No, because I love children.
Careful.
They need to like reach their full potential and like getting along with others.
Yeah. Who in this room actually thought teaching, when you first walked in, thought, that's going to be a nice, easy profession to go into? Don't laugh. Did anybody think, yeah, I've got 6 weeks holiday. Boom, bring it on, yeah? Did you realise that actually what you learn now over the first year isn't just for the first year, it's for life? You're entering a profession which is actually fantastic. You have so much power with the children that you work with. It's absolutely incredible. Do you realise when the children go home, they play you? They take all your foibles home, they line all their teddy bears up, they throw things at the teddy bears exactly the same way as you do. They have all your mannerisms. Go and sit down, child. They do all of it. You have so much power in your hands that you can turn around to a child and say, do you know what? The government have set a new initiative out, another one. This is no longer pink, this is now called bleu. And you tell the children enough times that this is now bleu, they will go home and they will argue with their parents and say, no, my teacher said that's not pink, it's bleu. And the children will get into trouble because of you. That's how much power you have. Did you realise that? You're in a really unique position, but it's really, really hard. My daughter was an NQT 2 years ago, bless her. And she's very lucky she could phone me every night on the way home. Some days she phoned up, I couldn't shut her up because she had such a buzzy day. The next day I couldn't shut her up. Why? Because she was crying. The whole of her journey is like that, and it does not change. And what we talk about is the positive and negativity. That could be a lesson, that could be a day, that could be a week. And what happens is you will go through this the whole time. When you're here, you cry. When you're here, you smile. Hands up all those people who have gone home to their room and sat there crying. Come on, put your hands up, yeah. Who's also got home to the same room and sat there laughing, thinking, oh my God, I had such a good day. It will happen. It not only happens like this. None of you put your hands up for laughing. That's fine. That's bloody hard for you, is it? But it's no difference, guys. So it doesn't change, even after the first year. That will carry on. Why? Because you want to do the best. I don't believe there is any teacher ever who goes into a classroom and says, today's the day I'm going to make sure we all fail. I'm going to teach crap lessons all day long. I don't think anybody does that. Sometimes I just think what we may plan for the children may not just fit the way they want to do it. And therefore we automatically think we failed. You haven't failed. Every single time you do something that doesn't work, that is not a failure. Remember that. It's not a failure. It is a learning opportunity. If you do the same thing again, in exactly the same way, and then they fail, that then is a failure. So the first time there never are failures, they're only opportunities for learning. And that's what you've really got to remember. What do you want from today? Obviously a good lunch. Yeah, she said food. That's all I want. What do you want from today? Madam, what would you like from today? Sorry?
To learn something.
To learn something. Okay. And what does that look like for you? You don't know. That's good. I mean, education, I want to learn. I don't know. Well, madam, what do you want?
Some practical ideas?
I will give you practical ideas. I will give you practical ideas that you can use tomorrow in the classroom. That I promise you. Madam, what would you like from today?
I think I'd like to leave feeling motivated and inspired.
How do I motivate you?
That's up to you.
Okay. Whoa! Okay, I haven't been asked that one before. But okay. What motivates you though?
I think to feel excited about teaching. So I think when you're in the classroom every day, you can feel bogged down and feel like getting into the same routines.
Yep.
So if you talk to other people about their experiences, get practical ideas, and you can take that class.
Brilliant. Yeah, fine. That's great. 2 days ago, I was working with the reception. I'm a teacher. I was head teacher. I ran a number of schools at the same time. I've got my own company. I go around the world now. Very fortunate that I work both children and adults. 2 days ago, I was at reception. We were walking around the school. We were doing a bear hunt. Oh my God, these reception all over the place. It was fantastic. When the head walked up the corridor, they all turned and chased him. Never seen anything like it. I didn't see the head run. Boy, did she run. You know, and then following that, I worked with the year 6, quadratic equations. So I'm a teacher. So even when I was head, I was a head teacher. I believe in going in the classrooms. Because actually, I believe that actually, if you're there to show somebody what to do, if you're ever observed, here's the thing, no matter who observes you, here is a tip for you, all of you. Next time somebody observes you and says, well, you know, your plenary, that was shit. Turn around to them and say, I'm really sorry, do me a big favour. Come into my classroom and show me how to do it. Because I believe if they're willing to come in and say actually how you should develop, they should also then be able to come in and show you how to improve it. It's dead easy to come and say what you should do, but come into my classroom and show me. That's what I do. I go in classrooms and I do it. What I want you today, though, what I want you to do with me today while I'm working with you, I want you to really have a day, and I need us to piss, P-I-S. That's what I want you to do today. P is the professionalism. What are you now going to share with everybody else on your table that they can take back and they can steal? And they can adapt and they can put into their classroom? Because that is so important that we share ideas. We don't have enough time to share ideas. So whoever said something about sharing ideas, yes, we don't have enough time to do it. We should be doing it in schools. Research says you don't need ever to buy an outside speaker. Because within schools there is enough expertise. If we started sharing it, we could save a lot of money. Put me out of a job. Happy with that. I is the interesting part. This is where I'm going to share with you some ideas that you can take straight back into the classroom, I promise you. And S is my social part. And this is where you might need to come outside your comfort zone in order to help everybody else with their learning. So when I asked you all to stand up and do a bit of role-playing drama, you should see your face. Yeah, not a chance, fat man. Who wants to do role-playing drama in a minute in front of 900 people? Don't put your hand out. Oh, shit, I'm the only one. Yeah, you and me. That is fantastic. Who would rather chew their own foot off than come and stand in front of everybody else and do role-playing drama? Yes, I know that with adults. And that's why I got in here really early. Because I do need 5 adults in a minute. And I got in here really early and I put 5 white envelopes under 5 chairs. And I know exactly where they are, so in a minute I shall call you out. I haven't really. I just wanted to see the first half of the people going, oh, it's not under my chair, but it might be under yours. Who was desperate to look who didn't? Who actually groped? Yeah, but it's meant to be under your own chair, not the ladies next to you. You know, who went into what's called a reptilian hijacking? How many brains have we got? Come on, how are your education? How many brains have we got? How many brains?
Me?
Yeah, you. Good. Not collectively in the room.
Hopefully I've got one.
Hopefully you've got one, right? You're wrong. You haven't got one brain. How many brains have you got? You're thinking, how many brains have you got? How many brains? Lots, okay. I just got the word lots in the hope. No? How many brains have you got? So I can tell you now. Come on, how many brains?
Have I got or have we got?
No, we've already had that one. Yeah, you. How many brains have you got?
As many as the people I work with.
No, that's good try, as many people. Just pass the buck to everybody else. Madam at the back. No, she jumped then. Oh my God, me. How many brains have you got?
3.
Brilliant. Oh my, how do you know that? Now you're really surprised you got it right, aren't you? The look of horror. You're absolutely right. I work with a chap called Dr. Andrew Curran, paediatric neurologist, works on children's brains. And what he talks about is the children's brains. And actually we've got 3 brains. So you're right in what you say. If I asked you, sorry, what's your name, madam? Sorry?
Bethan.
Bethan, if I asked you to describe your body to us, describe your body to us.
Head, the middle part,
Yeah.
legs and arms.
Yeah, but actually the body's only the middle part, the torso. But we call the whole lot the body. The brain is no different. We have what's called the spinal column. On top of the spinal column is the first brain that is developed as a baby. We call that the reptilian brain. Reptiles. Anybody got a baby? At this point I'm talking about your own baby, not somebody else's you borrowed. Good. How old is your baby, sir?
10 months.
Fantastic. Because that brain fires up all the time in your child. The child will cry when it's scared, when it's hungry, pooped itself, when it's tired. That brain is there for one reason or another. It is called survival. And your children in the classrooms, reptilian brain kicks off all the time when we put them under unnecessary pressure. Sitting on top of that is your next brain. Not quite as neat as this, and that brain is called the limbic system. And the limbic system is all to do with emotions. Every single emotion you have is linked to one of 3 core headings. Okay, talk to the person next to you. Tell them a teacher you remember from school and why you remember them. Go. Okay, that'll do. Anybody want to share? A teacher they remember? If not, just pick on you, I don't mind. So to do with children. Put a lollipop stick out. Number 4. Anybody? Madam, go for it. Well done.
Mr. Useley, he was terrifying but really fun. He was my history teacher when I was little.
Right.
And if we were doing Vikings, we'd all be sat down in the classroom. He'd be going, row, row.
And you remember it, yeah? Good. So therefore he was unusual and different to all the other teachers. Anything that you do in the classroom that is unusual and different, the children will remember. Number 1. Who else remembers a teacher? Why?
I remember my year 2 teacher because my family moved from the Midlands down south when I was at the end of year 2, and she was really kind to me, talking about like leaving school.
Okay, again, unusual and different to all the other teachers. Anybody else got one? Anybody remember the teacher because they made you laugh? They were funny and humorous, yeah? Second part of that brain fires upon. Anything that is humorous and funny, your children will remember. Third one. Any of you remember your teacher because you fancied them? Thank you for being on. Yeah, 2 of you. Yes, I do. Oh yes. Could you share with us your teacher that you really fancied?
My year 10 and 11 chemistry teacher.
Yeah.
Got an A star as well.
Yeah. I wonder why that one. I'll study for you. But the latter you can't do in the classroom. Well, obviously you did. But actually you can't. But if you make the first 2, if you make things humorous and funny, unusual and different, they won't forget it. Because it fires up that part of the brain. Why? Because sitting on that is your thinking brain. And it's split into 3 areas. We have what's called shallow thinking, shallow learning, i.e. what colour is that? We have deep thinking, deep learning, learning tables, and then we have what's called profound learning and profound thinking. And anything that gets transferred into the profound thinking part of the brain, it sticks. And all I've got to do is ask you a few questions. So I have a real belief that no matter what we do in education, if we're able to link it to an emotional attachment to the class, the children, whatever, they're going to remember it. Let me show you how this works. I was. Anybody from Ipswich first, just before I go any further? Okay, I was in Ipswich, and I had what can only be described as a life-changing experience in my hotel bedroom. Don't you start sniggering. You're not from Ipswich, are you? It was with a young lady. Her name is Sarah. She was my daughter. She was 13 at the time, and she sent me through a text on my phone. And I opened it up, and no matter which way I looked at my phone, I didn't have a flipping clue what she said. So what do? I'm old. I phoned her up. I said, darling, what the heck have you sent me? Her answer, oh, Dad, you're so old. Haven't you learned anything yet? And I haven't. I have no emotional attachment to this whatsoever. I use this, believe it or not, for two things. One, to make phone calls. Two, to pick up my emails. That's it. I have no apps on it. You're looking at me now thinking, for God's... Yes, no apps at all. Don't do it. I have no emotional attachment to it. Let me ask you all a question then. Hands up all the people in this room who can remember their first kiss. Come on, get your hands up, you bunch of tarts. Come on. Okay, I'll ask the question differently. Hands up all those people who will remember their first kiss when they get it. Who remembers their first kiss? Come on, who remembers their first kiss? Your hand went up really fast, madam. Oh, I remember it. Where was it? Obviously not the location, but where were you?
I can tell you the location.
Okay. Well, this could be fun. Go on then, where was the kiss?
It was in Shepton Mallet.
Good. Whereabouts?
In actually a cow room.
In a cow ring.
There were no cows.
No, okay. We don't mind what you kiss. We just answered the question, okay? What time of day was it?
It was in the evening.
In the evening. What was the weather like?
It was in the summertime, so it was quite warm.
Quite warm. Yeah. Can you remember what you're wearing? I'm presuming you're wearing something inside the cow ring.
I don't.
That's fine. That's fine. Person you kissed, taller or smaller than you?
Taller.
Good kiss.
It
was
my first kiss.
Yeah. Okay. When was the last time you remember that first kiss? Never.
Years ago.
Yeah. Isn't it funny, all of a sudden, how all the memories come flooding back to you? Why? Because it's a profound moment. It had everything that had the ultimate learning. It was unusual, it was different, it was risky, it was in your case. But what happens is it goes all the way up and it sticks here. And all I've got to do is ask you a few questions. That's learning in the classroom. That's making children really, really think at a high level. I will promise you, by doing things slightly different in the classroom, the children will come back to you in years to come. And they'll look you in the eyes and say, do you remember the time we set fire to the head's car so we could see the smoke and smell the flame and all that? They will not come back to you in years to come and say, you know that test you gave me where I got 9 out of 10 right? They won't do it. So therefore they won't remember things. So unless we make learning real and relevant for them, it ain't going to work. Tell me what is wrong with that as a piece of learning. What is wrong with it? Put it apart. Oh, come on, you lot. Shout. What's wrong with it?
No pictures.
Thank you, no pictures. What else is wrong with it?
Black and white.
Black and white. What else is wrong with it?
Too long.
Thank you. What else?
It's all in the centre.
Thank you. Centred. Really good point. It is centred. If you're dyslexic, they don't like it centred. What else?
Italics.
Italics. Thank you. Wrong font.
You asked us questions or so.
Yeah, forget it. That's where you're wrong. You're trying to read it. What else is wrong with it? And here's a really important piece to take back with you now. Your first bit of learning. Are you called a horizontal reader or are you a vertical reader? I.e., would you rather have that up there to read or would you rather have it on your table down there to read? Who would rather have it on the table down here to read? I would. How much are we now producing in the classroom where all children are looking at the whiteboard up there? Now this is research that's come out in the last 6-8 months. That actually we're producing so much that's up there and not everybody wants it. If it was a picture on the other hand, I'd want a picture up there. So we are different in how we look at things. So therefore, are you producing some sheets for them to have on the table, as well as putting up there, because we are all different. And why are you producing it on the sheets? Why not photocopy it on a range of colours? Why? Because if a child is slightly dyslexic, they're able to see it on a different colour and they will select it. So actually this is about thinking what children want. You know, I'll promise any of you in here, I promise all of you, I can make anybody in this room an outstanding practitioner according to Ofsted. I guarantee it. Because all you've got to do is follow their rules and get a tip by everything they come and watch. You get a tip, you'll be outstanding. That does not make you an outstanding teacher, according to me. Outstanding teachers come from here first, here second, and then the children. There's a massive difference. It's about engagement. I don't know how much you know about learning. So in order for me to differentiate accordingly, I'm going to give you a very, very quick test. You looked at me. You went, do you want a test or a quiz, madam? Why a quiz?
I feel like it's more fun.
So why do we test children all the time and not quiz them? You can put exactly the same questions in a quiz that you can a test. As soon as you change the phraseology, the reptilian brain calms down. If I put any of you under excess pressure, that fires up. Anybody in here dyslexic? Anybody dyslexic? Are you quite badly dyslexic? What's the question? Sorry? Yeah.
I've made strategies for myself
Yep.
that has helped now, but I was when I was at school. I hated school.
Did you? So you'd hate to be put under pressure with the spelling?
Yeah.
Brilliant. So if I now come over towards you like this, and I want you in front of the whole class, I now want you to spell the word hippocampus plus for us. Very quickly, we're now all waiting.
I don't even like writing before.
I know. We're all waiting. Hippocampus plus. Come on. Hurry up. The whole class is waiting for you. At this point, your reptilian, you change colour, and you're going to stand up and punch me in a minute. All of a sudden, your reptilian brain fires up, and what happens? It produces a chemical. The chemical is called dopamine, and dopamine starts flooding that part of the brain, your limbic system. And you do one of three things, we'll talk about that later, but at that point, you couldn't even think. At that point, I could ask you your name, you go, "Ah." We put that to children all the time, we put them under unnecessary pressure. So I am going to give you a very quick quiz, and what I want you to do is grab a plain piece of paper, a blank piece of paper, and something to make marks on that paper with. While you're getting your paper, I'm going to ask you a question. If a quiz is quizzical, what is a test? You don't need to write that one down. No, that's not a question to write down. Testicle, got it right. No, you don't do that wrong. Okay, you've got 90 seconds, guys. 90 seconds. All I want you to do in 90 seconds, somewhere on your piece of paper, is draw me a picture of a pig. P-I-G, pig goat. 90 seconds.
That is terrifying.
It has a early
That's like the same.
Okay, that'll do. What I want you to do is just give your pig to the person next to you. When you get there, pig, don't laugh at it, please. Call not yourself. Pass the pig to the person. So you haven't got your own pig. Any pig will do. Whoa, good pig. We call this a pig profile. This will now tell you a little bit about the person sitting next to you. If the pig is drawn at the top, they are optimistic and positive. If the pig is drawn in the middle, you're realistic and you're factual. If the pig is drawn at the bottom, they're a pessimist. If they've drawn at the bottom and you want to move, you can do at this point, I don't mind. No, you don't need to show it to me. Look at my pig. I've drawn 6 of them. If the pig is looking to the left, traditional friendly. If it's looking to the right, innovative, action orientated. If it's looking at you, you like to play devil's advocate and you won't avoid issues. Which way's your friend's pig looking? I move on. If it's very detailed, you're analytical, cautious and suspicious. If it's lacking detail, you're bored by detail, naive, but you are a risk taker. 4 feet, secure and stubborn. Less than 4 feet, insecure and going through major changes in your life. The larger the ears, the better listener you are. The larger the mouth, the louder you are.
You got that?
The larger the snout, the more you poke your nose into other people's business. The larger the body, the more content with life you are. And last but not least, the longer the piggy's tail, the better sex life you have. How big is your tail?
People are adding on to their tails.
Friggin' massive. Who's now sitting there going, oh yeah, bring it on. Or more to the point, who's now sitting there thinking, oh shit, where's the rubber? Who drew a long tail? Yeah, you liar. You're in education, don't have time for sex. Why did I start like that? Stupid thing, I know, but why did I start like that? Everything I do has something to do with learning, so why did I start like that?
Because we're all laughing.
You're all laughing, good, it's not the reason, but thank you for that. Why did you start like that? Go for it. Engages everybody, great answer, but it's not the one I'm looking for. This is. Say, come again?
It's non-threatening.
It's non-threatening. Give me more, sir.
As in, we can talk quite openly. And kind
You can talk quite openly. Okay, how was your tail, sir? Let's not go there. Let's go. Quite big. Okay, good idea, but not quite. Close to that. Why? Why do you start like that?
Anyone can do it.
Brilliant. Love you. Say it a bit louder so we can hear it.
Everybody can do it.
Everybody can do it. Congratulations, you all got it right. Nobody has got it wrong, no matter what you did. Even if you wrote the word P-I-G, pig. It's your pig, you can't get it wrong. What are you doing in the first 5 minutes of your lessons when the children come into your classroom so actually they get it right? They get into the right state for learning and not a right state. What are you doing? I call these stimulating starters. It is a bad name. But these are any question that has not got a right answer. So, for instance, if I could fill this, can I borrow it? Thank you. If I could fill this cup with anything at all, what would you like it filled with, madam? Fine, we'll fill it with ums. That's not a problem. Madam, what would you like it filled with? Ooh. Ooh, yeah, we'll fill it with ums and ooh. Sounds good so far. Madam, what would you like it filled with?
Cocktail.
Sorry, you're on. Sorry, we'll have you. Okay, what do you want?
Cocktail.
Cocktail? Say it again.
A cocktail.
A cocktail? Yes, you are. You want a gin and tonic now? This is getting better. What do you want to fill with? Coffee. Yeah, good. Okay. Carrot juice. God, you lot are useless. You're useless. What do you want to fill with?
Alcohol.
Yeah, okay, what's that? Alcohol? Just any alcohol, I don't care. Just any drink at 9:30 in the morning. Still not gonna. What do you fill it with? Go on, what do you want to fill it with? Put your little hand up.
Oh, gold.
Gold! Now you're thinking gold. Yes, bit of gold. What else? Diamonds. Anything. It doesn't matter what you say, you can't get it wrong, guys. If you could walk out that door now and walk onto anything, what would you like to walk out onto? If you could paint the world one colour, what colour would you paint the whole world? What colour? Let's try a colour. Blue. What colour?
Green.
Green. They can't get it wrong. I cannot say you're wrong. I call them stimulating. If you could have a superpower, what superpower would you have? Oh, it's okay. What superpower? I don't want to know what you don't know. I want to know what you do know. How many times do children say in the classroom, I don't know? Say to them, I don't want to know what you don't know. I want to know what you do know. Okay, talk to the person next to you. A superpower, what would it be? Go. And why do you want it? With the spotty top on, what superpower?
Invisible.
Invisible. If you're invisible, what's the first place you go and visit?
Head teacher's office.
Teacher's office, okay. First place you go and visit? Anywhere.
I haven't thought that far.
Anywhere. Go on.
Somewhere.
Yeah. What happens is, as soon as we put you under pressure, I say, where would you visit first? I don't know. We do our children all the time. We put them under unnecessary pressure, and as soon as I ask that question, you say, I don't know, your reptilian brain starts kicking in. So I said, where'd you go? I don't know. And actually they can't think. All of you think. All of you think. 10 seconds only. If you're invisible, first place you go to. Think. Quick. There's a smile down here. That'll do. Madam, where'd you go? Prime Minister's office. Madam, where'd you go? Loads of them out there. Okay, bounce.
If you could live in the same outfit for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Bounce.
What colour's Monday?
Bounce.
If you could draw anything that would come to life, what would you draw?
Bounce.
If you could be famous for anything, what would it be?
Bounce.
If you could go back in history and be someone, who would you be and why?
Good. Okay. Very easy to do, thank you. Very easy to do. I will guarantee you do that with the children for the first week or so and say, can you come up with questions? They will start generating themselves. You never ever have to do it again. They will come up with questions that have not got a right answer. What a great way to start. No matter what you say in the first 2 minutes of the day, you're going to get it right. Boom. Self-esteem, up it goes. Confidence, up it goes. As opposed to, in my estate when I was head, the children, the last thing they heard when they left home was probably how useless they were. And wait till you get home, I'll sort you out then. They'd walk into my school in the state. So we have to change it around very, very quickly. So therefore, by doing things that calms the brain down, the other thing you can do a thing called thump. We'll come on to thumps later, hopefully. Let me ask you this. Oh, down here in the bottom corner, these are what I call my little learning tools. So this is called try-heads. Love try-heads. You know the situation you ask children questions and you get the same ones go, me, 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 and you get those who never put their hands up. So you might use lollipop sticks. Who uses lollipop sticks? I hate lollipop sticks. I'll tell you why. These are my lollipop sticks. And I pull out the child's name and you think, actually I can never answer the question, so therefore I'll pretend it's somebody else. Who does that? It's called cheating. Okay? Who sorts through their lollipop sticks very carefully and looks at the names and then chooses the one that you think will answer it? Who then do you?
Sometimes.
Yeah, bad. Put them under pressure, good. Okay, who does this? Who says, Simon, and then put Simon on the table so he's not back in the pot? Anybody do that? Why? Tough luck if Simon gets called again. So actually, in my view, that's not good practice, because actually you're cheating. You're not really doing it. A better one than that is a thing called number it. Number it's fab. Let me ask you, let me show you how number it works before I do try heads. Okay, I'll make it very easy for you. Very easy one. Think of your favourite colour. They are, dead easy one. Okay, then what you do is say to somebody, sir, can you give me a number between 1 and... No, let's go for between 5 and 15. Yes, that's you. Very good. He's looking around going, who, me? Yeah, you're not getting away with it, you know that. Can't be bothered with us. And they then start being disengaged. So we've got to be really, really careful. And that's why I don't like lolly sticks, because actually you are planning it. And it's about putting people under... You should be teaching, when you do your input, research. The Director of Education morning talk about research. When you start teaching, where do you pitch your lesson? Where do you actually start? There's a question. Go ahead, talk to the person next to you. Where do you start? When you're targeting a new topic, where do you pitch it? Go. Where do you start? Have you ever thought about that? Where do you start? Why? You start hearing like a wall around. And what is proof? Pull up. That's to get around. That's reasonable mind. Bring it on. Okay. Where'd you pitch? Man of that, where'd you pitch your learning?
I always find out what they know already.
Yeah, but where'd you pitch your learning? So when you're going to start a new topic, whereabouts do you pitch it? Do you pitch it to the bottom ones, the middle ones, or what? Where do you pitch it?
Bottom ones.
Bottom ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Madam, where'd you pitch yours? I love it. We're in NQT, first year teacher, where'd you go? I don't know. Where'd you pitch it?
Kind of in the middle.
Kind of in the middle. So she's a bottom person and you're a middle person. Okay. Whereabouts do you pitch?
And the bottom.
And the bottom. Okay. Where do you pitch? At the bottom. Where do you pitch? What percentage at the top? Good girl. Believe it or not, you need to pitch your lessons. You start at the top 10 percentile. That is your top 3 children. You pitch it at your top 3 children. It's proved that everybody else then comes up to it. And then all of a sudden, you send those away, and then you can support the others. As soon as you start at the bottom, you're losing all those, and they instantly switch off. If you go in the middle, you lose your top ones, instantly they switch off. Unless you say, right, you lot are really clever, off you go and try that out. And then you work with them. If you're doing a class intro, it is the top 10%. Always. Yes!
What do you put in
Believe it or not, they don't. Because what you do is you challenge the questions according to their ability, but you start top 10%, and as soon as they've got it, you send those off, and then you start working with the others. Or, if you're really, really good, what you do is say, I've got a TA. Okay, you're one-to-one, but actually that one-to-one can also work with one-to-others. So actually, you can set the situation up where you've got one group working over there with a TA, and that TA could actually take the top group. How many of you got a TA who always works with the bottom group? Brilliant. Is that a yes over the back? How many of those says the TA sometimes supports your most able children and you send them out with brilliant? Brilliant. You are the best teachers in the classroom. So therefore, who should you really be supporting and putting up? Maybe those who are really struggling, because you are the experts. You work your TAs out right, they should be able to work anywhere at all. Answer me this question. Answer me this question. In your tri-heads. Oh, number it. Another great one. Number it. Different kind. Give me a number, sir. Give me a number between, let's go 5 and 11. 6. Ooh, they're going to hate you. You must answer this question in only 6 words. And the first 2 words must be learning is. And you must use 6 words. Off you go in your tri-head groups. What is learning? And I will pick on 1, 2 or 3. About 10 seconds.
Was that it? Yeah.
Okay, now, please, could I have the answer back from number 2s? Again? Who's number 2? And who thought, oh no, not again? Who thought that? Why do I say number 2s?
Because not all of the number 2's got to go before.
Nope.
You just don't like us?
Could be, I don't know. Correct. What happens is number 2s think they asked number 2s last time, they ain't going to ask this time, I will not engage. And it happens. I won't have number 2s, but number 2s, just be oh so careful. I'll have number 1s. Okay. Number 1 on this table. Who's number 1? Thank you, madam. Really loud. Learning is?
Learning is creating well-rounded individuals.
Back table. Who's a number 1 over there? You're a number 1?
Yeah.
No. Give me her answer first, please.
Learning is
Annie, when you're doing a lesson, are you thinking of what learning is? Or are you thinking I've got to cut and paste this and drop it in here and spend 5 hours moving things around a bit of paper to give to somebody else? I have a real issue with planning. We'll talk about it later. Why is this so important? Because of this. It's called kind of learning. 2 weeks. When we talk about a dramatic presentation, we're not talking about drama. We're talking about making it real. Getting them immersed in it. Allowing them to do it. Any of you do electricity? Any of you done electricity? Yeah? Brilliant. What year group? Year 4. And you had all the electricity bits out on the table. Yeah? And did you talk to the children before they started? And did you do anything else apart from that? Brilliant. I have seen so many times where all the electrical bits have been out and the teacher's then talking at the class. And what happens is little Simon, because he's a little oik, starts fiddling. And the teacher then tells Simon off for fiddling. All Simon wants to do is fiddle and get on with it. And actually what happens is we stop them from playing and fiddling and learning. And actually you did exactly right. Make me a circuit. Here's a light, here's a buzzer, whatever, just make it work for me. They'll learn more that way than you spending half an hour talking to them. Because what's really important, we get to this point, and if we're not careful, children start thinking, I can't do it. Do you have children in your classroom who often say, I can't do it? We have them in what's called a fixed mindset. Have any of you come across Carol Dweck? Yes. Carol Dweck talks about growth and fixed mindset. Those children and adults, can I just say, there are adults who have a fixed mindset and a growth mindset as well. These tend to be the traits that somebody with a fixed mindset tends to display. And when you look at this criteria, I'm going to guess that you can start identifying children that you have taught who are displaying a fixed mindset. You might look at it and say, I know members of staff in school who display a fixed mindset. I do a lot of this with leadership. When I work with heads and deputies and SLT teams, get them to look at fixed and growth mindset. On the other hand, and the most important one to me, is this one here. Get over yourselves. Bluntly. What's your name, sir? Tom. Okay. You did great. You asked anybody a question. The first one was like, Tom. What I can say to you now, I don't mean, so I'm just going to use you, okay, Tom? Tom, I've just observed you. I'll come and feed back to you, Tom, and I say, Tom, you know your plenary? Oh, shit. It probably was, yeah. If we're not careful though, what Tom then thinks to himself is, what? He's saying I'm no good at teaching plenary. No, I'm not saying that, Tom. What I'm saying is, what we saw, the process wasn't very good. Not you, you're brilliant. They don't hear that. All they hear, you say, I can't teach. No, I'm not. Get over yourself, Tom. Let's look at it together. A fixed mindset person takes it very personal. A growth mindset says, yep, it probably was, what can we do about it? And they don't take it personal. They want to grow from criticism, constructive criticism. They look for it. How many of you have had observations, all of you, and how many of you have had feedback on your observations, and you've gone away in a cupboard on your own and started crying, and thinking, oh my God, where did it all go wrong? People used to like me. Anybody had a feedback and you cried? Thank you for being honest with me, my daughter did. And I said, well, get over yourself. So the lesson was crap. Make sure it's not next time. But she took it personal. Took it to me. It's not about you. Are you a good teacher? Good. That's all you need to know. I hope so, and I'm going to get better. That's a growth mindset. Don't take it. If you do the same thing twice, well, then you deserve a bollocking. First time, learn from it. Seriously, you are new. You're NQTs. Learn from it. You're not going to be outstanding. You won't be outstanding. You'll never be outstanding. Why? Because as soon as we say I'm outstanding, it means actually you don't care anymore and you won't keep developing. Always strive for more. Even though they might say you're an outstanding teacher, well done, how can I get even better? Growth mindset. As opposed to saying, well, I was told, schools. Real issue with some schools. And, sorry boss, but hey, don't care. And so any of those work in an outstanding school? Anybody in an outstanding school? Is your school outstanding? Do you think it's outstanding? Thank you. Why? Because we can always develop. And what we've got to get really careful is that people become complacent in outstanding schools and they turn around and say, yeah, but we're outstanding. No, you were at the time of the Ofsted. You're probably not anymore because things move on so fast. Don't forget, your learning will move on all the time. So even though you might walk out and say, yes, I'm outstanding, we need to continue. I've learned more. My son's got Asperger's syndrome. Boy, is it. Any of you taught an Asperger's child? Anybody else? Yes, aren't they just completely barking? I mean, we are talking barking. When I met my son, sounds wrong, but anyway, when I met him, I said to him, he got a bit of a fracas. I said, Jed, go and stand over there. So he did. He started walking. He walked across the playground, he walked across my school field, he got as far as the fence, and he stood at the fence. And I went, so I went all the way over it. I said, Jed, what are you doing? You told me to go and stand over there. This is as far as I can go because there's a barrier. That's Burgess syndrome. Go and stand over there. He goes over there as far as he can go. So I learned more working with him. You know, all looking at me thinking, well, how come we didn't know this beforehand? No, okay, long story, cutting it very short, okay? He was the people in my school. I subsequently excluded him from my school, married his mother, who happened to be a governor, and it was a church school. Let's not go there. Maybe have a good cup of coffee. But I then... Okay, now, please, could I have the answer back from number twos? Again? Who's number two? And who thought, oh no, not again? Who thought that? Why do I say number twos?
Because not all of the number twos got to go before.
Nope.
You just don't like us?
Could be, I don't like. Correct. What happens is number twos think they asked number twos last time, they ain't going to ask this time, I will not engage. And it happens. I won't have number twos, but number twos, just be oh so careful. I'll have number ones. Okay. Number one on this table. Who's number one? Thank you, madam. Really loud. Learning is?
Learning is creating well-rounded individuals.
Back table. Who's a number one over there? You're a number one?
Yeah.
No. Give me her answer first, please.
Learning is creating well.
Excuse me. Can't help her.
Yeah.
She's not allowed help yet. If they really get stuck, what you're allowed to do is phone a friend. So you're allowed to ask a partner in your group to whisper what the answer is inside their head. But more to the point, why didn't you write her answer down? Why didn't you write her first, just the main point, the main word, to allow you to remember it? So, give me your answer again, madam.
Learning is creating well-rounded individuals.
Number what? Number one over there.
On first.
Yes, please.
Learning is creating well-rounded individuals.
And yours?
Learning is fun, engaging, and memorable.
Okay, who's number one over here? You are. What did the first one say?
I have no idea.
Right.
I really tried.
Why don't you write it down? Okay, I'll give you all a clue here.
I was starting to write.
Okay, what's your one?
Learning is creating well-rounded individuals.
Well-rounded individuals. Okay. Number two, what does she say?
Learning is creating well-rounded individuals, and learning is fun, engaging, and memorable.
Brilliant. What did the first one say?
Creating well-rounded individuals.
Second one.
Learning is fun, engaging, and memorable.
All you need to say then is fun, engaging, memorable. But that's good. And yours?
Learning is thinking and applying something amazingly new.
Ooh, these are great. Okay, these are absolutely fantastic. Watch this. You're number two. What did the first one say?
Learning is...
Why? If you're not careful, if you're not number one, you don't listen. So you're smiling. What number are you, madam? Excellent. What did the first one say?
Well-rounded individuals.
Stop. Who's your number two? Brilliant. What did the second one say?
Learning is fun, engaging.
Fantastic. So you must be number three.
No.
Oh, that's okay. Good. What did the next one say?
Learning is thinking and applying.
Excellent! And all of a sudden you can do it anywhere at all, but what you do is you engage them and you can pick anybody then. Hello, how are you? Okay, good. What did the first one say?
Learning is great.
Brilliant! What did the second one say?
Fun, engaging.
Brilliant! What did the third? And of course you can do it anyway. And all of a sudden you've got the children really paying attention and with you. Why? You're not wasting time. Has anybody in the room would like to share with me what learning is? Anybody else who hasn't shared it yet from your groups? Anybody? Go on, what's yours? Yeah, go on, sir, what's yours? What's yours?
I say learning is understanding what you're taught.
Brilliant, okay. What's yours?
Developing and growing opportunities.
Brilliant, Graham, lovely. Anybody else? Thinking, understanding, applying, brilliant. Really, all of them, really, really good answers. And what really amazes me is when you're planning, when you're doing your lesson, are you thinking of what learning is? Or are you thinking I've got to cut and paste this and drop it in here and spend 5 hours moving things around a bit of paper to give to somebody else? I have a real issue with planning. We'll talk about it later. Why is this so important? Because of this. It's called kind of learning. 2 weeks. When we talk about a dramatic presentation, we're not talking about drama. We're talking about making it real. Getting them immersed in it. Allowing them to do it. Any of you do electricity? Any of you done electricity? Yeah? Brilliant. What year group? Year 4. And you had all the electricity bits out on the table. Yeah? And did you talk to the children before they started? And did you do anything else apart from that? Brilliant. I have seen so many times where all the electrical bits have been out and the teacher's then talking at the class. And what happens is little Simon, because he's a little oik, starts fiddling. And the teacher then tells Simon off for fiddling. All Simon wants to do is fiddle and get on with it. And actually what happens is we stop them from playing and fiddling and learning. And actually you're exactly right. Make me a circuit. Here's a light, here's a buzzer, whatever, just make it work for me. They'll learn more that way than you spending half an hour talking to them. Because what's really important, we get to this point, and if we're not careful, children start thinking, I can't do it. Do you have children in your classroom who often say, I can't do it? We have them in what's called a fixed mindset. Have any of you come across Carol Dweck? Yes. Carol Dweck talks about growth and fixed mindset. Those children and adults, can I just say, there are adults who have a fixed mindset and a growth mindset as well. These tend to be the traits that somebody with a fixed mindset tends to display. And when you look at this criteria, I'm going to guess that you can start identifying children that you have taught who are displaying a fixed mindset.
Space. I know we're a little bit cramped for space, but just find some space. And when I say go, we're just going to explore this walking in straight lines and right angles idea. Now, if it happens that someone is in front of you, then you have 2 choices. You can stop and allow them to pass and carry on your way, or you can stop and turn and go in a different direction. That's totally up to you, okay? But the only rule is straight lines, right angles. Oh, and no smiling. Did I understand that? Sorry, Athens is a very serious place. No smiling, no giggling. Okay? If you wanted to, you could make this into a competitive game. Anyone who's smiling is sent to prison, for example, has to sit out, or we can just explore it together. Okay? So let's just stand up. Sorry, are we smiling over there? Whispering even? Word a girl whispering before they're married. That's definitely not allowed in Athens. I'm assuming you're not married. So standing up straight, on your absolute best behaviour. No smiles or giggles, straight lines, right angles, off you go. Explore. These serious spaces. Thank you. And stop. Lovely. How does this feel? Giggle. You want to giggle, yeah. I think it's really hard when you've been told not to. How do we feel about this? Rigid. Rigid is a very good word. You need self-control. You need self-control. What else? Lonely. Oh, that's interesting when we're so kind of actually quite crushed together. What makes you feel lonely? No, I didn't say you couldn't talk, did I? I just said you couldn't smile. And I didn't tell those two they couldn't talk.
You said no whispering.
Did I say no whispering? I said you weren't allowed to whisper. To that boy, before you married him, I said no one could talk. But we all didn't want to do it, we felt we had to do it in silence, didn't we? Let's put some words within it. I'm going to give you some words to say. Now, as I say, we're really absolutely passionate that Shakespeare can be understood if it's presented in the right way. Now, this means that if you have a group of year ones, you don't give them a whole soliloquy to speak. Feel free to take the bits that are going to be useful for you and use those and forget the rest for the moment. Our aim is not that year one know the whole of Midsummer Night's Dream word for word. Our aim is that year one are interested in the story, they know the characters, they know how they feel about it, what they think about this story. Okay? The language can come later if they're interested. But the language is a tool that can help us, and it's not something that can't be understood. So we're just going to give you 4 words now to say as you walk around. 4 words. The laws of Athens. The laws of Athens. Can you just say that for me, please? The laws of Athens. Okay, I'm going to make this even more strict now. So what I want you to do is take 1 step for every word. The laws of Athens. And we're going to turn and go in a different direction. The laws of Athens. Turn. And we're going to do that absolutely as one. Because I'm making this much more uniform now and unpleasant for everyone. The laws of Athens, a step for every word, and a turn in between every time you say it. Okay? So just make sure you've got a bit of space around you, straight lines, standing up straight, looking very serious. The laws of Athens. 1, 2, 3. The laws of Athens. Turn! The laws of Athens. That's always useful. Okay, good. Alright, so I'm just going to tell the story of Pyramus and Thisbe now. Whenever you hear one of those words, I just want you to do the action that you've been doing. Okay? So this is a story about a hero called Pyramus and his love, the princess Thisbe. Our hero Pyramus and the princess Thisbe are separated by a wall. They cannot be together. The hero is very sad. The princess is also sad. Now, in the wall, they find a chink or a hole. Can you show me a hole in your wall? A little gap that our hero and our princess can talk through when they come to the wall. Good. The hero and the princess talk through the wall at moonlight about their love for each other. Are you okay? And agree to run away together, to meet later that night, or possibly the next night, because that will be the moon. The moon's up, we'll say this. We'll say it's the next night. The next night, at a special place, and there to run away and get married and be happy forever. In love. The next night, the princess waits by moonlight at the appointed place for the hero to come. But the hero does not come. Instead, a lion comes. Yeah! The princess is scared. Now, if you want, we can still be just doing princess, or we can go, let's be scared princesses, that's up to you, so let's try that. The princess is scared by the lion and runs away. And you could even run away if you want, or you can just do the keywords one. Leaving first her cloak, which the lion kind of chews, like a little bit, leaving some kind of lion slobber. But the story kind of hinges on someone being able to recognise what happens there, what is visible on the cloak as belonging to a lion in some way. So I don't know whether it's blood or some hairs, I don't know. Anyway, the hero arrives, and the princess is not there. The hero is confused, sees the cloak belonging to his love. The princess, come on, love, princess. Yeah, I know. This game basically, it hinges on you saying these words as much as possible, so everyone's kind of doing it. It makes it most fun. The hero assumes that his love, the princess, has been killed by a lion. He takes his sword. It gleams in the moonlight, and he kills himself. Just give me some. Dramatic death, ready? No. But of course she's not dead, she comes back and then whatever. Right? So, that's another way of telling it.